Florida State recruiting never stops, and just moments ago, the Noles landed a huge commitment at a position of need from Amari Williams, one of the top remaining edges in the country. I'm going to bring on Mike Langston from War Chant to go behind the scenes of this one and find out how it went down. But first, FSU fans, exciting time. You got to do me a favor right now. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. I'm trying to grow this thing, so do me a favor. Hit subscribe. We're talking FSU recruiting. All right. Let's bring on insider Michael Langston of War Chant. Amari Williams, huge pickup. Why did he pick FSU?
Yeah, I think it's the connection of one, development of what they do at the position. He's seen what they've done over the years, whether it's Patrick Payton, Jermaine Johnson, whatever defensive end. I think he's like that, and I think the comfort he has there with this FSU staff is really high. I think for those that follow his dad, I think Mo Williams played at Kentucky, so I think a lot of people early on thought it would be Kentucky, but FSU's just kind of silently been hiding in the weeds or the bushes or what you can say, just working behind the scenes of, really pivoting to that relationship, and they're really pivoting to kind of what their product is. And I think this is another one, Josh, of your product matters. When you go out there and you go 13-0 and you win, and you're obviously, the ACC champions and probably from our perspective been in the playoff, a playoff team. I think that had a lot to do with Amari. When you factor all those things together, I think it just screamed FSU. And I really felt strongly about FSU once he reclassified and he visited that officially that weekend in December. I think that really kind of told you the signs. I know Josh has mentioned follow the visits a lot of the times, and then you see the tea leaves. It led to FSU, and everyone around his recruitment seemed to feel like FSU was surging in a fast way.
Yeah, and you said it. He reclassified. So in December, there was two big reclassifications. Ryan Williams and Amari Williams both went from the 2025 class up to the 24 class. No relation between the two, but it is just there was two major announcements in December. And right after he made that announcement, he took that official visit to FSU. That ended up being the only official he took, but he did take trips in the fall to schools like Florida, Kentucky, Penn State, USC. So why was he such a priority, even though he was in a class before? He reclassifies, but Florida State was on him early, huh, Mike?
Yeah, they were, and I mean they had a defensive end that ended up at Michigan that was supposed to visit that weekend. They canceled that visit to make sure they got Amari in there. So that was another sign that tell you, like, okay, if they're canceling this visit, that tells you a lot about their confidence level. So I think well before that officially even happened, I think it was more so to see, hey, can this thing happen? Can he actually be a guy reclassifying? And then once it was official that he could, and the visit got set up, I think it was almost like a foregone conclusion that it was going to be FSU. But wow. I think really, missing on a few guys that they did, and then having this in there, this latest development, I think they just jumped on it, and they didn't sit around and wait, and they got the job done. And then certainly he still had to officially visit. There's still stuff that you have to finalize on the visit and really make an impact, and I think FSU did that. And you could tell just how he was after the official visit. It was almost like he was really thinking about the stuff he was saying, as far as the interview and just his post-game comments. You could see a more calm, relaxed guy, like a guy that already knew, like, hey, I know where I'm going.
So how does he fit into this class? Does this addition kind of round out? Was this the last really major need that FSU needed to address?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the portal, the number one need for them was the edge. So have another guy that you can grab at the edge at a position that you need depth, you need guys. And, yeah, they have some really good guys that are coming in from the portal, but at the same time, you need some guys that you can develop at your own pace. There's not a lot of pressure where you have to go in there and say, hey, we need you right now, Amari. You can go in there, get his body right, get everything the way you want it. He's a really great off-the-edge rusher. He's exactly what they want. They want a speed guy. That's what he does. He gets off the line quick, gets sacks. That's kind of his game. So you can develop that at your own speed. So this is a major pickup for them to really have somebody behind the scenes of that's a young a young guy, so to speak, that you can develop in the right way, and possibly maybe get on the field early, depending on what he does. Once he joins the team and they start spring or summer practice, I guess.
Yeah, Mike, you said it. Huge pickup at a position need. He goes 6'4", 205, really good speed coming off the edge, and the 185th best player overall. Huge pickup right here at the end of the cycle for Florida State. Mike Langston from War Chant, thanks for stopping by the Inside Scoop, breaking this commitment of Amari Williams down.
You got it.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.